it's Russ from russhowpti.com. Today's video I've got a workout for you. The reason for today's video, I guess probably one of the most popular questions I get asked as a fitness instructor, and just from people who go on my blog and look at the before and now pictures of clients and of myself, is Russ, how do you get abs? How do you get abs that you can actually see in the mirror when you have a look at yourself? Well, today I'm going to take you through one of my ab routines. This is something I've used for quite a while. We got this from Joe. My brother uses this, a lot of my clients use this. It's high intensity, it's hard. You're going to feel this one, but it works. Ultimately it works, and that's what you want. You're not going to be doing no 2,000 crunches, right? For me, a lot of the guys and girls that come to me saying, how do I get abs, or that their routine isn't working, I'll have a look at what they're doing, and there's usually one of, I guess, 2 or 3 problems. The first one being, they're just not training their abs hard enough. They're just going through the motions, doing sit-ups, bored. Your abs are like any other muscle. You should push them quite hard. Even train them with weights. They're only little, so they won't need a lot of weight, but still, you know, some resistance. I'm going to show you today how to do that in just a sec. You know, push yourself hard with your ab training. Mistake number 2, people are doing too much. These guys are at the opposite end of the scale. They're doing 2,000, 3,000 crunches a day. I look at that and think, where the hell do you have time? God help you. You're thinking, what the hell's your leg day like? If your ab day, these tiny muscles are getting 3,000 reps. Then you look at their other days, and their other muscles aren't getting that kind of volume, so why abs? So that's never been my approach. You do that, and you tend to get to a point where it's boring, and you just cannot progress. You get used to doing that much work, you just can't really go anywhere from there. Yeah, and mistake number 3, I find with ab training as well, people focus on the wrong moves. See people doing endless crunches, for instance, such as the people I've just mentioned, doing 2,000 per day. They're only hitting their upper abs, they're not, and then they're complaining that the bottom half of their stomach, it hasn't got any definitions because they're not actually hitting it. So today I'm going to give you a well-balanced routine. Men and women can do this. Like I said, it's going to take you about 10 minutes. I'll show you a few tricks you can put in to adapt it, maybe make a couple of these moves harder or easier than we're going to do them today, just to suit your style. I'm ready to get going, man. Alright, enough talking, let's go. Alright guys, for today's circuit we're going to do 3 exercises. We're going to need an exercise ball, a Swiss ball. Probably the most underrated piece of gym equipment there is, in my opinion. You can get so much more difficulty into exercises with this thing. I'm going to show you today exactly what I mean. I'm going to be doing 3 of my favourite ab moves in a circuit, 20 reps each, no rest. First I'm just going to take you through the moves, okay? Then when you do this in the gym, I want you to do essentially 60 reps without rest, and then you can rest for a couple of minutes afterwards, and we're going to do a total of 4 or 5 rounds of this circuit, okay? First exercise, we're going to do leg raises with the Swiss ball between our ankles, alright? So before we do this, actually there's a common mistake made on leg raises. This exercise is fantastic for targeting the lower abs, okay? The bit that everybody wants to target but nobody seems to manage to do. Everyone makes a mistake on this one. I'm going to show you what it is before we get going. They come to 90 degrees. If you do that, that's great, but be honest, I could do that all day long, guys. You know why? It's not hitting my abs at all. It's my hip flexors. If you want to hit your abs, you want to get here, and then you want to bring it even further. Now, when your bum comes off the floor, that's when your abs get involved, okay? That's when you'll feel it instantly. As soon as you get past this to this, suddenly you're going to feel your abs. So when you do the full reps here, I want you going all the way down till your feet almost touch the floor, and all the way up. Okay, if you're just coming to 90 degrees, guys, no offense, but you're kind of wasting your time in the gym. Okay, so we're not going to do 20 reps like that. We've got the, you can see here in my gym, I've actually got the machine version of this exercise to teach people how to get the technique right. But if your gym doesn't have one of those, honestly, it's not a big deal. They're quite rare. I find that if you can master the old school way of doing it, you can get better results anyway, the way we're going to do it today. Okay, so grab the Swiss ball. If you're new to the exercise, start without the Swiss ball, okay? And we're just going to do 20 reps. Next part of the circuit. We're going to keep the ball here. The only rest we're going to have when we're doing this all the way through is the time it takes us to switch positions, okay? So we're going to go from the ball between our feet. We're then going to maneuver ourselves, get our feet up on the ball here, get our knees at a 90-degree angle if you can, okay? And then from there we're just going to crunch up. Instead of doing them at 100 miles an hour, focus on that squeeze in the upper abs at the top of each rep, okay? 20 reps again. It's up to you what you do with your hands here. As long as you're getting that squeeze, that's all that counts. Put your hands here, here, here. Don't put them behind your head because you tend to pull and hurt your neck, as well as cheating to get up. So I tend to put them here and not really hold anything. So focus on that squeeze at the top, guys, okay? That's the important bit. That's where your results are going to come, particularly on this exercise in your upper abs, okay? After 20 reps, we're literally just going to maneuver the ball with our feet. So our legs are now straight, hands on thighs, and just try and touch your knees, okay? 20 more reps. Focus on tensing your abs as much as you can when you get that squeeze up at the top, okay? Just hold it for half a second if you have to. Anything you got to do to build that, that mind-muscle connection that's going to get you that squeeze, that contraction that you want. Okay, the 20 reps is the main part of the circuit done. If you're a beginner with this, stop there, have a rest. If you want to get a bit more advanced, what we're going to do now is just head into a plank for about 30 seconds to a minute and just hold it, okay? Let's go. The plank, one of those questions I often get asked is, Russ, how can I advance this? I can do it flat plank on the floor, I can get up on my hands. Well, Swiss ball again, get your feet on here, okay? I'm going to go straight in with an advanced plank. Adapt this, do whichever version of the plank that you have to, okay? But I personally like the instability of the ball. I find it works for me, so let's go. During the plank, the key is focus on your breathing. Do not hold your breath, okay? And just focus on trying to keep your abs tight. Focus on that squeeze. Once you can hold this for longer than a minute, you seriously need to look at advancing it to a more difficult version, okay? Those of you who want to try something a little bit more difficult and you've got the Swiss ball mastered already, try bringing one foot off. And then obviously switch. That's a world of pain right there. Okay guys, round one done. Grab a drink, I'm certainly going to do that right now. Have about a minute's rest, no more. Keep that intensity up, okay? Then we're going to go with round two. We're going to do 5 total rounds today. See you guys in a second. How you guys doing? Just grabbing a drink here. We're going to head into round 2 in just a sec. The first exercise we did, leg raises with a Swiss ball. One of my favorite ways to change this exercise up from time to time is to use a Smith machine. I like finding new ways to use perhaps unconventional pieces of equipment to make other exercises more difficult. I feel this a hell of a lot more. I feel it a lot with a Swiss ball, but this gets it even worse. So if you want to advance it, grab a Smith machine. All I've done here is I've set it to the second lowest setting here. I'm going to get in underneath it on the ground and we're going to do leg raises without the ball this time, using the Smith machine bar. Okay, watch this. We're going to grip about shoulder width, and then all we're going to do is try and leg raise, come all the way up, touch the bar, and pause. Pause just for half a second before you come back down, okay? See, I'm still getting my bum off the floor. What this allows me to do, as you can probably see, is control that negative a hell of a lot more. The trick is just not pushing an awful lot with your hands. You don't want to sort of bounce your way up. You want to just hold for stability, okay? Burns. Woo! Okay, 20 reps done. Next part of the circuit. That's just a way to advance it when you guys feel ready, okay? Let's move on. Okay, next move, just kick that ball out. Again, you want to be trying to find that squeeze, okay? Don't run away from that tension you get when you squeeze at the top. A lot of people shy away from that. That's what you want to be hunting down, okay? You want to be looking for that. If you don't get it with this, pause. Really tense your abs. You want to be hunting down that tension, okay? Alright guys, round 2 done. 30 seconds rest, have a drink. Right about now, my abs are normally starting to cry a little bit. Certainly happening in this video after a long day at work. I'm going to grab a drink. Round 3 coming up in just a second. Alright guys, round 3, let's get back with the leg raises with a Swiss ball. 20 reps, let's go. God, I love this exercise. This one burns like mad. Got one more. Let's go. Next phase, no rest this time, okay? No rest. You can chase that squeeze at the top. Alright guys, there's 3 rounds. Abs are pretty much crying out loud right now. I feel really sore. That's the way it should be. A lot of people don't train their abs to the point where they get that kind of the same pain they get in other muscles, and that's what we're doing today. The gym's just closing right now. I'm about to go home to my 2 kids after a long day, but I wanted to do this video for you because, like I say, I get asked this all the time, you know, particularly ladies. You know, they'll email the blog at rushowpti.com. They'll say things like, Russ, the models, the actresses that you train with in the gym, how do they get their abs on the before and now pictures on your site? Well, this is how. If you want to get the results that they've got, you need to train like they train. You know, a lot of women will say things like, I wish I had abs like Jessica Ennis or another well-known female physique. Yet you watch what they do in the gym, and they're not actually training to get those results. They're going on the treadmill and they're jogging for 3 hours. You need to train with your goal in mind. Now, today what we've done is we've absolutely blasted every single part of our abdominals. You might feel this tomorrow, but hell, this works. This is what my clients would do. This is what I do. This is my favorite ab circuit. I'd push on and do maybe 5 rounds of this, 20 reps on each exercise, varying it, like, is that a word, variating? What's the word? Adapting the exercises like you've seen me doing with the leg raise. Adapt them to suit you and your current level of ability. You don't need to do it every day. It certainly works by just doing it maybe every other day or every 3 days. And you know, you might find that you get ab pain in the morning, guys. It's quite rare people work to the point they get that pain. I love that though, you know. I love ab pain. It's almost as much as I love leg pain the day after leg day. People think I'm a bit strange for liking that, but I love it, man. If you're at work tomorrow and your boss is noticing that you're a bit slow getting out of your desk with your paperwork, hell, blame me. Say, you know what, boss, I did one of Russ PTI's ab workouts. Get them to go and do it so they know what the hell you're talking about, and they can excuse you for being a bit slow around the office tomorrow. It's awesome, ab pain. It's horrible, they feel really tender. I love it. But yeah, that's it. You know what? I'm about to go home. Have fun with this workout. Much more from me on rushowpti.com. Hope you enjoyed the workout. That killed me, man.